listening to Radioactive, and let's start things off with a joke. A drunk, an idiot, and a Scotsman walk into a recording studio.
Here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, robots and mutants around the world, the Wasteland brings to you the Tune Bringer DJ, the Skinny Dick Groove, the Radioactive! And if you're not fine with that, I've got 2 words for ya. Suck it!
And if you're wondering if you come to the right place, you have.
Yes, indeed. Yes, all the wonderful people, all the beautiful people of the world listening to us, Radioactive, right now, right here, and...
We'll be right back.
Yeah, that's about it. I need to get a couple of cocktails in me before I have even the slightest ounce of dignity or pretend dignity, to talk to you fine folks.
Who the shite said you had dignity?
Well, my mother did once, and...
Well, little Billy, your mother's an alcoholic. And Duncan here's an alcoholic. And I'm an alcoholic. What I'm saying is that we probably have problems and issues we should be dealing with in some time, but right now we have more pressing things at the matter.
Like what?
Like, who would win in a fight between a sun and a bear? And I mean a really big bear.
Between a bear and a what?
Sun.
Alright, it depends on the bear, cause back in the Isle of Skye, we have a special bear.
Yep.
Alright?
Like short bus special, or special in another way?
It's a special bear, alright? You don't mess with Mordoom. It's been reported that he's been killed several times over, and he's hunted the Highlands about 100 years or so.
Cool.
My own father's dedicated his whole life hunting this bear.
What was the name of this bear?
Mordoom.
Cool.
You don't mess with it. It's the bloody McCraigs that messed him up, I guess. Probably.
Yeah, but, you know, here's the thing, Scottish fellow. We all know we all know that the bear is very strong. I know that. But it's also a scientific fact that Scotland has no sun. Therefore, the bear would win by default.
Oh, I thought you meant son as in like somebody's son or daughter.
Son or a son.
Oh, the son.
Hey, that makes a good point, actually.
I know. That's what I do. I bring up good points in very pointless and frivolous discussions.
I have an important point to make. I introduced you buggers, but you didn't introduce me. I got shot on my way over here. But no, let's just stay a wee bit important.
Well, then, let's make up for past failures.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Wasteland, you're currently listening to the bear that claims that he can single-handedly defeat the sun. And what's your name again?
Duncan Halley of the McVagan clan. Y'all know me as the shouting Scotsman, the loudest man in Strossa.
Also known as his wrestling name, which is the Crazy Scotsman.
Oh, bugger broth!
You know, I got married in a pub called the Crazy Shouting Scotsman.
Alright.
No, I just wanted to say that.
You're allowed to say whatever you want, but now I feel like we should do less saying and more listening, because this is called Rocky Top.
Rocky Top, Tennessee. Once 2 strangers climbed old Rocky Top, looking for a moonshine still. Strangers ain't come down from Rocky Top, reckon they never will. Corn won't grow at all on Rocky Top, dirt's too rocky by far. That's why all the folks Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Alrighty, then I hope all our technical issues have been resolved, because if they have not, well then, my folks, we're in deep shit.
Well, speaking of technical issues, I suppose you're talking about your prosthetic dick you have.
What, who, me?
Hey,
I don't have a prosthetic dick. The rumor was that you had a prosthetic dick, but then you showed the light, you showed me the way of the actual truth.
wanna see if the wee heart is still there? Alright then. It's still there, right? You can all see it.
Yeah, that's
All right.
That's a heart, and that's
Hang
a dick.
on. Yeah.
You better
it's
get a
confirmed.
closer look.
No, I did look at it. It's confirmed. It's still there. Everyone who don't believe me, you're welcome to come up any time of the day and call me a liar to my damn face, because I probably won't say otherwise. You've seen the people, they're big and they're scary, unless they're short and funny, but still they're kind of scary.
Yeah.
Are you indicating on something, make it sad?
No, you're not funny, you're scary.
Yes.
And also, you're not short.
Hey, that's right. Well, cheers to that then. Cheers to not being
Cheers.
short.
Cheers to that. Now, coming up next, we're going to be talking some more, then we're going to listen to some music, and then we're going to talk some more. And
It
then
truly is a winning concept.
I know, we've been doing it for a couple of times now, and it's one of our favorite pastimes in what we have left in this world, I gotta say. Now, my dear ladies and gentlemen.
We do actually have a question from the audience.
Oh, we do?
They're asking, on a scale from 1, how drunk are you?
Well, I haven't felt this sober since my fellow Scotsman left Strossa. So, a 0.1.
Okay, that's
Because I miss my Scottish whiskey.
Yeah.
yeah.
I miss my special brew from Angus.
Well, I got some other brew here if you're interested, but you're gonna have to get this one in a glass, which I see you do not have yet. So we're gonna have a little break so the Scotsman can drink and it can be proper entertainment to all of you fine folks listening and to us in the studio.
Yeah, and drinking out of a glass is actually a very classy thing to do. I, just yesterday, learned of something called a napkin. I think it's going to revolutionize the way we eat.
Wait. Is it a kin of yours taking a nap?
Yes. It's
Hey.
essentially when somebody falls out, now somebody passes out at a dinner table, you have a little piece of cloth, and you scrape up the food they got around their mouth, and you can eat it for yourself. It's a great way of preserving dwindling resources.
Yeah, and you only do it on your relatives passed out. It's wonderful. Ken nap. Coming up next, we got Cripple Creek. And if you don't like it, Wasteland.
Well, you
Suck it!
yeah, that's a good way of saying
Yeah.
it.
Well, I got a gal at the head of the creek. I go up to see her about 2 times a week. Kiss her on the mouth as sweet as any wine. Wrap myself around her like a sweet potato vine. Going up Cripple Creek, going at a run. Going up Cripple Creek to have a lot of fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going in a whirl. Going up Cripple Creek to see my girl. Now the girls up Cripple Creek, about half grown, I jump on a boy like a dog on a bone. Roll my britches up to my knees, wade into Cripple Creek whenever I please. Going up up Cripple Creek, going on a run. Going up Cripple Creek to have a lot of fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going in a whirl. Going up Cripple Creek to see my girl. Oh, Cripple Creek's wide and Cripple Creek's deep. Gonna wade over Cripple Creek whenever I sleep. The hills are steep and the roads are muddy, and I'm so drunk that I can't stand steady. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a run. Going up Cripple Creek to have a lot of fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going in a whirl. Going up Cripple Creek to see my girl. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a run. Going up Cripple Creek to have a lot of fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going in a whirl. Going up Cripple Creek to see my girl.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the beautiful people listening to this show. This is Radioactive 107.2, and we got a wonderful show for you here tonight. We got Duncan, the vegan McLeod. Something.
I'm not a vegan. I'm from the Harlem family of the McVegan clan. How hard is it to remember?
Well, it's pretty fucking hard when everyone's a Mac, a Smack, and a Black man. It's pretty hard, man. I don't know all these words.
I'm just a Mac who likes smack.
This is true. Now, DJ, how about what we're gonna do today? With this wonderful person and, quite frankly, a freakish character, what are we gonna do tonight that we haven't already done?
Well, tell you the truth, we're not going to do anything we aren't already schooled in. So we're going to do the usual. We're going to interview, we're going to ask questions, we're going to get a philosophical debate going, a political discussion, and then we're going to see how the abortion issue is going to continue going on in the 22nd century. But first, I'm going to ask you this. People have compared you to a bagpipe because you're round, you're puffy, full of air, but there's nothing of importance coming out. How do you feel about these allegations?
Right! Who the shite of a lock-up a piss said I'm just full of air? I can beat 7 shades of shite out of any person. Just point a bugger at me and I'll start punching.
Well, you see, that's the problem, fella, because you say you can do all these things. Well, these people claim you can say these things, but you can do no more than simply say and talk and procrastinate and not actually deliver. Are you, as they say, blowing hot wind?
Alright, well, just ask the Queen of the Wasteland, Byra Tanks. Why have I stayed in this fine country instead of going home to my Scotland? Well, thing is, we need friends in this country.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done a mighty fine service in Byra Tank's service. So I've been fighting in other arenas.
Oh, what kind of other arenas have you been fighting?
I don't know, they just showed me the way and waited for me to sober up and said, go fight that fella. And I did, and since then it's been a way bit more corpses around.
Do you usually kill people in the arena, or do you try to keep them alive?
I try to feel how the audience wants it.
Oh, well, you're a people pleaser.
I'm a warrior and an entertainer.
A crowd pleaser by heart. I like this man. You'll do very well in tonight's show.
Well, there's a difference between fighting in the arena and fighting in a battlefield.
Okay, have you been in many battlefields?
A lot of them.
All right, name one battle one time that you did not have to not die.
Well, every battle in Strosa, there's been a lot of battles against the Neo-Catholics.
The Neo-Catholics sounds like a rowdy bunch. What are they all about?
About spreading the message of their God fella and taking orders from a fella called Pope.
Pope?
We don't know who he is, but they have forts around, all around a huge freaking wall that separates Scotland from the southern parts.
And what's the name of this wall?
I think it's Hadria.
Adrian? Yeah, sounds like a pretty wimpy wall, if you ask me.
I don't know, actually. I'm not the most well-read fella, but they have these forts around the wall, and they keep shooting at us, and that's why we haven't gone south. So I've done a lot of raids against them. There's this medal for burning my first church fort, and this one for killing an officer of the rank cardinal. So I've done a huge bit of battlefields.
You've done your fair bit
But now, my cup of tea is arenas.
And I think I gotta ask the question that everybody wants answered.
Yes, please.
How does this affect the housing market?
Yeah.
The housing market. Well, my houses get blown up all the time. That fucking bugger Leonard. Every time I try to build a house in this fucking land, there just happens to be a mine outside me home. Or a grenade, or a machine gun shooting through the walls. It's really hard to renovate from a state like that.
Yeah, and if you don't have the proper opportunities to renovate your newly built houses, how are you gonna keep the rest of the property owners happy?
How's the community gonna feel when this house keeps blowing up again and again? I think what we need to do is, firstly, you need to get insurance. The explosive insurance is very good. It covers air bombings, underground bombings,
Nuclear war,
surface to land air missiles, and also, here's the best part, they will actually build a bunker underneath the house that you actually live in. The house on top, that's just for show. And when they blow that up, you will get a fine little settlement, like a financial settlement that is. And you can live in the underground bunker, and then when they blow it up again and again and again, you can keep building this underground bunker deeper and deeper into the core of the earth. And then, when you get all the way down, you can wire all the explosives that have been thrown at you over the years, and you can blow up the earth's core and kill everyone in the world!
You hear that, lads? You hear that, Dr. Megan? I'm gonna be rich!
Yeah, interesting enough, this today's episode is sponsored by the Insurance and Bunker Company Limited. Order now at 0157 81310. Yes, Duncan?
And I am personally sponsored as an arena fighter by the Cult of Borje, the #1 supplier in Olastrosa, and Studio Red, to make the moments last forever. Studio Red till I'm dead.
One fucking commercial in the
That's Bunker Insurance Limited.
Thank you.
Come on and blow up the earth with us.
Do it, and you'll finally fill that void inside your soul.
Woo!
Burn the mountain, run,
Well, life on the farm is kinda laid back. Ain't much an old country boy like me can't hack. It's early to rise, early in the sack. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, a simple kind of life never did me no harm. Raising me a family and working on the farm. My days are all filled with an easy country charm. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. And life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. When the work's all done and the sun's setting low, I pull out my fiddle and I rosin up the bow. The kids are sweet, so I keep it kind of low. Thank God I'm a country boy. I'd play Sally Gooden all day if I could, but the Lord and my wife wouldn't think it very good. So I fiddle when I can and I work when I should. And thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Woo! My life for diamonds or jewels. I never was one of them money-hungry fools. I'd rather have my fiddle and my farming tools. Thank God I'm a country boy. Yeah, city folk driving in a black limousine. A lot of sad people thinking that's a mighty keen. Well, son, let me tell you now exactly what I mean. I thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. And life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, my fiddle was my daddy's till the day he died. And he took me by the hand, held me close to his side. Said, live a good life, play my fiddle with pride. Thank God you're a country boy. Well, my daddy taught me young how to hunt and how to whittle. Taught me how to work and play a tune on the fiddle. He taught me how to love and how to give just a little. And thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. God, I'm a country boy, yes!
Well, there you have it. It's thank God I'm a country boy, and I think this is very true for the wasteland. I see us as the pinnacle of the country experience. We're uneducated, we're out in the wild, and I don't know about y'all, but I'd personally fuck my sister any day just because she's so darn attractive, and I am not a judgmental man. Now, you may notice it's gone a bit quiet in the studio, and that's just because the one and the other one, I don't know what I call them, it's the tall and skinny one and the short fat one, they went out for a little smoky break. That's when they smoke cigarettes and then they smoke a couple of fools to try to get up on our turf. Because some people just won't leave well enough alone and live in harmony with one another. And speaking of living in harmony with one another, I am wondering, how long is this settlement going to stay independent? Because I don't think it's going to be for very much longer. I mean, back in the day, we had the waterfront. No, not the waterfront. The Water Federation. And they came in here trying to get us all to be civilized with their new rich desert money. And we threw them out. And then there was the church. And we threw them out too. And they became a casino. Which I'm not personally saying I was responsible for. But if y'all would give me a little credit, I would appreciate that very much. Then it was the circus. And they ate each other. And I'm not saying I was responsible for that either. Because I wasn't. But if you were to give me some credit, I would appreciate that too. And here's the thing. New authorities keep coming in every single year, trying to stir things up. There was the Southern Phils last summer, I think, trying to give us out these hall passes so you can live on the land. I don't really know what that was about. And then there was a spaceman leaving notes. And well, what is the deal with leaving notes everywhere? If you're gonna have a message, just say it. You can come up to me and I can broadcast it to over 567 people. I think that's how long this transmitter actually reaches. I haven't been outside in a few days to check. But, well, I'm rambling now. Well, the point is, if you're gonna try to take over the center plant, I think you gotta try a lot harder than people have actually done. Because what happens is they come here, they move in, they try to establish themselves, and 6 months later, poof, they're gone. They're just gone. And how many people can honestly say they've been here from the beginning? The settlement is now 1, 2, 3, is it 5 or 4 years old? I mean, we're no spring chickens no more. We've been here a good damn long while. And I can honestly say I have been here for the entire duration of the time. But a lot of people, poof, gone. The church, poof, gone. The Water Federation, poof, gone. Whatever that fucking guy who was licking the windows, poof, gone. And I'm not saying this is necessarily a bad thing. But more people keep coming in. And every time they get more determined. Every time they think we're going to be the ones to civilize these people. We're going to be the ones who show these people how it's done. We're going to take the wasteland out of these wastelanders. And I say, this is a problem. And anyone who tries to bring centralized government, authority, and, taxing the public swimming pool should be straight up run out of town. But people don't see it that way. No, sir. They don't see it that way at all. They think new people, fresh meat, that's nice. I can fight for them. I can be these people's friends. But you're not their friends. You're pawn, you're meat, you're disposable. They're gonna send you out in the wasteland, not to get shot and to die, but to get used up, to get expedited, to stand guard on corners, to be bodyguards, to be bureaucrats. Is that what you want? Do you want to be a bureaucrat? No, you don't. If anyone tries to bring in centralizing, anyone tries to get you to sign a document, if anyone tries to get you to sign up for a PTA meeting at the public school, run them out of town, chop the heads off. No, not even chop the heads off. I say, just tie them up in a little bundle and then throw them in the shithole. Throw them all down the shithole. That's what I say we'll do with centralized government. I came to this fine country to get away from bureaucracy, to get away from government, to live the wasteland as free as a wastelander can be. Am I crazy? Of course I am. But are you crazy with me, wasteland? Do you believe in centralized freedom? Do you believe to throw off the shackles of our oppressors? If you are, then say, yay! Let me hear you shout out for freedom and the fact that we are uneducated, illiterate, filthy, dirty wastelanders, and that's the way we like it.
Well, I've been awake for 8 days straight. Well, it must have been them pills I took. I've been twitching and turning and seeing visions. It must have been them pills I sure did make me feel good. They kept my heart from feeling blue. They kept my thoughts away from you.
Dr. Forrest, dial 182, please. He's in a word. Tell everybody, Dr. Forrest, dial
Do
182.
whatever you want.
Well, I may have stirred some emotions, and I think that's good, because feeling something, even if it's painful, is better than feeling absolutely nothing. And some people say we do need some civilizations, because, and I quote, if no civilization, then no traders, and with no traders, no Tabasco and tea. The horror, very insightful thoughts, disguised as idiocy.
The whore?
The horror.
Aye.
Speaking of horror, now, we have you up here, and we're gonna make the most of it by actually asking you some questions and having you explain yourself to this settlement.
Hallelujah.
Questions? If I would have had questions, I would have studied in my books.
Well, Duncan, I think we all know that you can't read.
Oh, that is not necessarily true.
But it is mostly true.
And I'm not necessarily an alien, but that's neither here or there.
This is
Now,
true.
I'm gonna ask you this. Firstly, I think people want to know. You are from a smaller, isolated part of Scotland, is that correct?
Aye, the
Yes.
Isle of Skye.
The Isle of Skye. And had you heard about arena fighting, or was this something new when you came over to this country? Or phrase it another way, did you have anything besides arena fighting when you left home?
When I left home? No. Well, Fergus, me mate, told me to, hey, follow me and join the Red People's Front in the front lines. It'll be fun, he said. Then I found the arena, which reminded me of what we call back home pub fights. You know, nobody necessarily dies, but you kick 7 shites of shite out of people. That happens every day back where I grew up. So I thought, well, if I can make a coin out of this, I'll happily oblige.
I've also heard people describe what you call the Glasgow handshake.
Ooh.
Can you describe in intimate detail what this actually entails? Because I've heard different stories from a lot of different people, but I want to hear it from the horse's mouth.
I want to hear this.
How does this event circumspire?
The Glasgow handshake has had many ways of being intercepted over the years, but I'll show you my clan's version.
Yes.
The McVegan handshake is you put out your wee little heart, you shake it around,
Yep.
and when you've showed your wee little heart, you smash your foreheads into each other, and then you're done.
Well, this is a very efficient way of doing it. I heard of another way of doing it.
Oh, really?
See, what you do is, and you can verify if this is authentic or not, but you grasp each other's hands as you would normally do.
Like gentlemen.
But then what you do is that you grab as hard as you possibly can. If the knuckles ain't white, then you ain't doing it right. And you lean in. No, you do it like this. Then you lean in,
All
and you
right.
take a good old bite out of the other person's hand.
All right.
I'm not really going to participate in the actual manner, since this will be making speaking very difficult. But
This is a family show, goddammit. No blood.
but I will be participating as good as I can. And then, after you've bited into the hand, you then look deeply into each other's eyes.
All right.
And then you knock heads as fast as you can, or as hard as you can. And then, if the tooth falls out and lodges itself in the other's hand, you get to wear it as a necklace until your second granddaughter's 3rd birthday.
All right
So-
then, DJ. 1, 2, 3.
Ow! That's pretty good. No tooth cracking, but a little skull crack goes a long way, and I never died of no concussion.
All
And
right.
now you're both married. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov!
Who the fuck said anything about marriage?
I did! I love you, baby girl, and we're gonna be living together for at least 7 months.
Stay away from me, you scary suck of shite!
You're
worry.
not the first wife that told me that.
You think he's the wife?
Oh, I know he's gonna be, because he's the wife, And I'm the wife. It's gonna be a grand old time. Radioactive, a family show near you. This is the Cumberland Gap from Crooked Steel, and when you get back, we will still be married and have more questions for Duncan. Radioactive, a family show.
Oxford town, everybody's got their heads rubbed in. Sun don't shine above the ground, ain't it going down Oxford town? He went down to Oxford town, guns and clubs followed him down. All because his face was brown, better get away from Oxford town. Oxford town around the bend, come to the door but I couldn't get in. All because of the color of skin. What do you think about that, my friend? Me and my girl, son, we got hit by two gas bomb. Don't even know why we come. I'm going back to where I'm from. Oxford town in the afternoon, everybody singing a soft tune. Human diet, Mississippi moon, somebody better investigate soon. Sun don't shine above the ground, ain't it going down to Oxford town?
Word is coming in from our, listeners, I think I should call them, that they will throw rice if they could, but they won't, so they'll throw insults instead. They're also calling you a fat sack of shit, an enabling piece of shit, and I'm plain old garbage.
That's gonna be my wrestling name.
You called me a fat sack of shit!
Well, it's actually a secret way of writing into the show, so I can't reveal anyone's name except in paper. So, this is the person that called you a piece of shit. Now, if you take that back to your friends, you can decipher it in about 2 to 3 weeks. Because I know you're not a very fast reader. And, continuing on... Take it easy. Don't strain your big head, little fella, because you gotta do a little thinking. Now, you are, as we might call, an arena fighting fan. Is that correct? Yeah. So, have you heard about the histories of the ancient form of prize fighting or pit fighting before the post-apocalypse came upon us? About the legendary fighters like Andre the Giant, Gorgeous George. Are you aware of these legends, their legacy, and are you in some way inspired to be like the great masters of old?
Well, let's talk about Andre the Giant. He was actually world famous for having the world record of being an alcoholic.
Ooh!
In one sitting, he drank 116 beers.
That's impressive.
I know. I have been trying to live up to that legacy all my life. I've only come up to about 36. I'm not going to brag. That's the amount I came up to. But Andre, whatever liquid, alcoholic fueled hell you're currently basting in, I'm coming right after you.
And then there are legends of old like Gorgeous George and Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah.
And
He wasn't Predator.
And later he became the Mind and tried to have sex with small children.
I thought you said, and later he became a Predator.
Well, that's a way of saying it.
And then we have the legends of old, the legends of woo. When you say who, Ric Flair.
Oh, big man, yeah.
Hey.
Was he the one with the sunglasses and the hat?
You're talking about the sheep riding, wheeling, dealing, kill stealing, son of a gun. And I've got a hard time holding Mad Dog Martens down. Woo!
Well,
This is true.
This is actually very true. And what about the guy? Now, let me describe him because I don't quite remember his name. Handlebar mustache, bandana to disguise the fact that he was incredibly bald, big, beefy, and he once slammed Andre the Giant through a table. He also had an 11-inch penis, and there was a bit of kerfuffle about him saying some things while doing some things to somebody else.
Hogan the Hulk.
Yes, now there was a great controversy surrounding this man and the stain that he left on the legacy of pit fighting. But do you feel these allegations truly dismiss the grandness and the stature that this man provided to early 19th century civilization?
Nothing you ever do in the city can disapprove of what you've accomplished in the great holy sands of the arena.
Yes, that's a very good way of putting it. And when, in about 20 years, when we find out about all the disgusting things that you've done, not only now, but
In the
going
future.
to do, and
With your-
have already done, you wouldn't want us to slag you off on this radio show, saying that you were a terrible man, a monster of a man. We would not dare taint your legacy as long as you are alive and anyone in the fighting spirit is in a rock throw away from me. That is to say, about 20, 30 yards.
Considering thinking about what we survive on a daily basis, the Panzer Wolves, the wild kind of mutants, and everything, if you call me a monster, I'll consider that a compliment.
Spoken like a true man of the wasteland.
Or, as we say back home, spoken as a true monster.
The Hellbound Train. A drunkard lay on the barroom floor. He drunk till he could not drink no more. He went to sleep with a troubled brain and dreamt he was on the hellbound train. The train, it flew at an awful pace, the brimstone a-burning both hands and face. And worse the roadbed grew, and faster the engine flew. He blowed the whistle and rung the bell, and the devil says, boys, the next stop is hell. And all of the passengers yelled with pain and begged the devil to stop the train. But the devil laughed at their misery. He hollered and roared and yelled with glee. You paid your fare with the rest of my load, and you got to ride to the end of the road. You robbed the weak and done wrong to the poor, turned hungry folks away from your door. You laid up gold till your purses bust. You ruined young gals with your beastly lust. You mocked at God in your stubborn pride. You murdered and killed and cheated and lied. You double-crossed partners and cussed and stole. You belong to me, both body and soul. Your bones will burn in the flames that roar. You'll scorch and sizzle from rind to core. Then the barroom rang with an awful scream as the drunkard woke from his terrible dream. Down on his knees on the barroom floor, he prayed as he never had prayed before. His prayers and vows, they were in vain, for his soul was doomed for the hellbound train. The hellbound train.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to say this one thing and this one thing only about wrestling. Wrestling ain't fake, it's predetermined.
Just like my sex life.
Oh, you're wrestling in your sex life. That sounds a wee bit interesting. Can you tell me about the details?
Well, you're his fucking wife, so yeah, you better learn the details.
I'm not a fucking wife! Who the hell said I agreed to this?
Honey, we talked about this. You're the wife and I'm the wife because I find this sort of thing exhilarating.
I have a good question for you then, since you got to ask me a question.
Yeah?
Do you want to know how hard I can punch?
Yes?
Well, great, you killed him.
No, he's alive. Just to pour some booze on him. Here you go, DJ. Who's a good little booze boy?
Alright, he's alive. Which is good for you, because, yeah, you might be his wife, but, like, nobody fucks with my partner. Well, nobody fucks up my partner.
Well, I just did what I had to. Let's call it the punch of a divorce then. It was a short marriage, but no one will ever forget. Let's get back home, laddies. All bugger breath.
Alright, I'm back. I'm back. These things happen. I've been married, I've been divorced, but I'm stronger than this, and I'm gonna get through it. Now, back to it. Somebody slapped me in the face.
Alright, I'll do it for you.
No, you'll kill him again.
Oh, shut it then.
Just a little one, come on. I gotta get back on track.
Okay, I'm gonna do his heart.
No, come on, do
Don't
it.
rush me!
Christ. Fine, I'll do it myself. Okay, I'm back. Now, if there's something I like, it's a good insult. And this one comes straight from the horse's asshole. Mighty words from the world's worst diplomat. You haggis-gargling, mouth-breathing, skirt-wearing, bag-of-wind, shit-eating, teddy bear fucking smart-ass, Scottish-y, fake bagpiping shit for brains.
You fuck teddy bears?
No, but that sounds like a message from me mate Fergus. How ya doing, you worthless piece of shite?
It's It's actually not Fergus, it's Leonard sending these messages.
What?
Yeah, and they're
Leonard?
actually dedicated to your friend, Fergus.
I'm about to fucking shoot you if they read out the messages of that shithole Leonard. He shot me on my way here. That's why I turned up late.
No, shut up. This is what I do. I'm a mediator. I bring people together. Communication is my game. Because now he retorts. If you work hard enough, you might come up with an insult that'll really sting.
Alright.
Oh.
You got 20 seconds.
Well, my job is to stay mad, so I get mad by every insult thrown at me. So either if it's from Angus, or Fergus, or Leonard, I just get mad. That's my job.
10 seconds for a good insult.
Oh, alright then.
Starting now.
Your mother was so ugly she made an onion cry.
It's alright. It's not bad.
Well, it's pretty bad.
No, it's not bad. I mean, it's
not good.
No, but it has a setup and it has a payoff.
Yeah, but
I think it's
still...
let's,
Onions?
Let the onions, you know, in the cry. You know, let's give it a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Pretty good.
Alright
Pretty
then.
good.
You can do better than that.
From guessing out of your breath, I'm supposing that your brain was transplanted from an inbred cow.
That's better. That's more creative.
It's a
I
little
like
better,
this.
a little better.
Right?
No.
Still, 6 out of 10.
Now, let's me try one. You know, if you're gonna insult me, can you turn the right way? Because with your ass in my face, I can barely hear you.
That's pretty good.
Well, you're so full of bullshit, I can smell you a mile away.
It's true.
Oh, yeah, but this is true regardless of his bullshit. He smells like shit, dude.
I actually think that's a compliment because bullshit at least smells something. I actually participate.
Alright, I'll make that one even better.
Alright.
Whenever I listen to Radioactive, I can smell as soon as DJ starts talking.
Very good, very good.
That's better, more
So
creative.
my voice has noxious qualities that travel through sound waves.
Yeah, basically, I think that was the...
I think that deserves an applaud. Everyone up for DJ!
Now I shouldn't toot my own horn, but toot, fuck, diddly toot, Babella. And now we've gone back and forth doing insults. What about you? Anything?
Well, I'm a lover, not an insulter.
No, but you are incestual.
This is true.
Radioactive will be right back after these messages. This combines music with advertisement. And it's a simple message. It simply says, if you find something under your bed and a little bottle that rattles, and it looks like pills, it smells like pills, and it tastes like pills, you should probably take the pills. This is Hank Williams.
Well, I've been awake for 8 days straight. Well, it must have been them pills I took. I've been twitching and turning and seeing visions. It must have been them pills I
play that song before?
Which, this one?
Yeah,
No.
I think you did.
So what if I did? It's a pretty good song if I say so myself.
And
And
you
I
do say so yourself.
I do say so. And actually, I've never said I'm not a horrible thief. So this is the insult of the day. If laughter is the best medicine, then your face must be the best cure in the world.
All right then. You're so rotten to the core. Not even Leonard on a hungry winter would touch your meat.
Oh, that's fucking... Whoa. Well, that's nasty.
Well,
That's-
I would be offended if I gave a whiff about your opinion.
Do you want to know the biggest difference between you and me?
Yes, we'd very much like to know the biggest difference between Duncan, psychotic Scotsman, and DJ, a very weird person.
My authority counts.
For nothing.
Authority?
No, there's a fight again! No! That's your ex-wife! Please! Not like this!
Down you stay, down you go. Here's to me, authority. Alright, a wee bit of booze to wake him up so he won't stay dead. Here you go.
You know what? I remember nothing from the last 20 seconds. But I hope one of you can explain this erection.
Well, when a man and man loves each other very much...
Who the fuck are you talking about?
I let the grasses grow and the waters flow in a free and easy way. But give me enough of the railroad stuff that's made near Galway Bay. Come gang us all from Donegal, Sligo, Leitrim too. We'll give 'em a slip and we'll take a sip from the rare old Mountain Dew. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. But as the meat goes still at the foot of the hill, where the smoke goes into the sky, by the whiff of the smell you can plainly tell what Jane boys don't buy. Where fills the air with a bucket red and the fix both me and you. Where's home we roll, we can drink a bowl or a bucket full of Mountain Dew. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. Now learn man how used to pat her in the praises high, and the sweet poutine from Ireland grain, the still from white and rye. Away with the hills to the Curl Hills, be a pagan Christian or Jew. So they got the cold and grease the throw with a bucket full of Mountain Dew. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. Take it away, lads. Oh, let the grasses grow and the waters flow in a free and easy way. But give me enough for the railroad stuff that's made near Galway Bay. Come gang us all from Donegal, Sligo, Leitrim too. We'll give 'em a slip and we'll take a sip from the rare old Mountain Dew. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. Diddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada diddle dum, tiddy yada dum, rum-a-dum day. Hey!
This is Radioactive. We have all the time in the world, but I'm hoping you have the time for us. What do you say, DJ?
I'll say this. I have been asked to clarify that the RFF are not communist. They are socialist, and some trade is necessary. And I say the things that fall out of my asshole smell better than the things that fall out of my dick.
This is true. And also, communism, you're all
Let's
right.
not get political. Let's just ask ourselves, why has every ruling governing body from, well, the outside wasteland that's come to this settlement eventually disappeared except the RFF? Like, the dirt worshippers, what were they called? Water Federation.
Oh, yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah.
The church, well, they're pretty much gone.
Well, that's probably thanks to me.
Yeah,
Well-
and you're burning vase.
Yeah, I know. The fascists, they were gone. I've heard rumors they're coming back.
But not
The
really.
libertarians, I mean, they're on and off and off and on again.
Yeah, like
Why
libertarians
is
are.
this red body of government the only thing that sticks around?
But-
Is it because they're actually the right way to go, or is it because they have nothing better to do with their time, or is it just a combination of both?
But the thing is, the Scotsman and the radio people are still here, right?
Yeah, but
yeah.
we're not a political. We do not have specific political affiliation.
As
That's
I like,
the thing
as
we
I
have
like
a
to
count.
say, allegiance is largely ruled by convenience, and when the rockets are up, who cares where they come down? That's not my department.
Duncan?
Well, I usually say a dickhead is always a dickhead, whatever opinion he has.
This is true.
Very true.
Yeah.
So
I
I
s-
don't
I
care,
s- I s-
fascist, communist, I'll just equally punch their faces in.
I saw that written on a shithouse wall when I was 18 years old, and it was a defining moment of my life, and it's still as true today as it was when I wrote it. But now, let's get back to the questions.
Alright.
You know, the fight pit seems like a violent place.
It
But
is.
when you're around
Thank
in a
fuck.
yeah. But when you're around, when you're in a bar,
Hey.
are you always so friendly? And all the fighters the same. The fighting is the fighting isolated to the fighting pit, and when you're on and about in, well, let's say it, when you're not working,
Hey.
are you more friendly than you are when you are working?
I always punch people in the face if they act like an idiot. When I'm at the pub, I either drink shots, snort shots, or just stay friendly to the barkeep and say, "Hey, you want me to throw that loud bastard out?" I'll just help the barkeep get some free drinks, and out the people go.
Yeah, but have you ever accidentally thrown yourself up?
I was just gonna ask, if you're gonna throw out the loud one and the loud one is you, would you still throw yourself out?
It happened at the latest...
Christmas Eve.
No. The latest great gathering here in Strosa.
Yep.
There was a wild mutant outside the center plant. And I scared it away by showing me wee heart. But that was not until after I've thrown myself out of the bar. So
Well-
I was shite drunk and high on drugs and high in self-confidence. Showed me way heart, scared the wild mutant away, and people still talk of this today.
Yeah. Now I have two questions following this up. Number one, do you ever fight sober? And a follow-up question, are you ever sober? Do you think that the alcohol is sort of a crutch for you able to fight opponents bigger, stronger, faster, and smarter than you are?
Well, me drinking a wee bit too much alcohol would be called giving the opponent a fair handicap.
Mm-hmm.
So I do fight sober sometimes.
Yeah.
Um,
But the point is, you do not fight drunk because you're afraid. You fight drunk to make the fight fair.
aye.
Well, that's a very reasonable way of looking at it. I have previously have sort of what's the right word? Promoting the idea that you shouldn't just fight the wild mutants. You should try to fight wild, dangerous, mindless animals with kindness. Do you subscribe to this theory?
If
Not
I-
necessarily that you would enjoy it, but is it something you think would be necessary in dire situations for people like myself that ain't, let me say, violently inclined?
Is it sometimes better to talk down the evil than to try to fight?
Is it better to fight with love than with violence?
I don't know too much about love, to be honest. I haven't had the time. And my job is to do the fighting. The talking is all about Fergus, the good-for-nothing gobshite.
Well, here's the thing. When you say that you know nothing of love, we were just married, and you say you don't have the time. My good man, I just simply must state, I don't think you make the time.
Well, no matter if you make the time or not, we're radioactive and we have music to play and things to not care about. Like, for instance, The Coming Tide, Lou Winslow King.
You better come inside for the coming tide. You better come inside.
For the coming tide.
Oh, you better come inside for the fall of the coming tide. Better come inside for the coming tide. You better make your mind.
For the coming tide.
You better make your mind.
For the coming tide.
Oh, you better make your mind for the fall of the coming tide. Better make your mind for the coming tide. You better fall in line.
For the coming tide.
You better fall in line.
For the coming tide.
Oh, you better fall in line for the fall of the coming tide. Better fall in line for the coming tide. No place to hide.
From the coming tide.
Oh, you'll find no place to hide.
From the coming tide.
Oh, you'll find no place to hide. From the fall of the coming tide. There's no place to hide from the coming tide. It'll make you weak.
It'll make you moan.
It'll make you weak.
And it'll make you moan.
It'll make you weak. It'll make you moan. Make you wanna up and leave your bad happy home.
Well, you better
Come inside
for the coming tide.
You better come
For
inside.
the coming tide.
Oh, you better come inside for the fall of the coming tide. Better come inside for the coming tide. You better come inside for the coming tide.
Now, some people say we're not family friendly. Well, some people should never have a family. Now, I gotta go off script a little bit because we got a few more questions to get through before we're officially, professionally done.
Wait, we got a script?
We do. But I had a rant about this. How long do you think this settlement is gonna remain independent? Because here's the thing. We do not have a ruling body of government as of yet. But we've had a lot of people try. The Water Federation tried.
Yeah,
and
they failed.
They got kicked out. And then there was the Southerners last summer, I think. They tried to give out these hall passes that said you could live on the premises. I know, I never saw them either, but they sort of walked around and said, here's your official sort of paper that says you can live here and you get to pay tax, and we threw them out.
Yeah, that's the first time I saw Duncan.
I know.
Fucking headbutting one of those fuckers into the ground.
I
Like
know.
a nail.
And
amazing.
now I have heard we have people coming from the remains of Great Britain preaching the sort of glory of their queen. And I'm going to welcome them as I welcome everyone in this settlement, because I am the neutral observer. But as I actually feel the heat radiating of this man sitting in front of me, I gotta ask, you seem very upset about this.
What? The Great Britain as the pieces south of the wall?
Oh, you haven't heard! Well, let me be the bearer of the news. They are coming here. They are bringing authority. They are bringing the
No! There is only one authority, and I bring authority in my fist. And there is only one queen to be worth mentioning, and that is Byra Tax.
Yeah, people have been saying that as well. But now we have a state of 2 queens, and I don't think we are currently existing in a 2-queen nation. So this is gonna be 1 queen takes it all. But, well, I gotta say, I'm looking forward to this, because as a neutral observant, watching these people headbutting each other into the ground, we got the wild, freedom-loving, the Scottish nationalism, the wild Anglo-Saxon degeneracy of raiding, and we have the authority, the determination, and the audacity of the British Empire butting head once again. If I know my history correctly, and I do, it's been at least 35 years since a conflict of this scale erupted between these 2 nations. And let me ask you, when the battle starts, what is going to be the cry that echoes through the wasteland?
What's gonna be your war cry?
Alba Gubrov!
That is fantastic. And my war cry is always going to be this. Good luck to the winner, because I will be inviting you up here afterwards to tell you about the great vanquishing of the very, very evil foe. And as some very educated people have said, Anglo-Saxon, more like Anglo-sexy. This is Radioactive, your friend in the wasteland.
Well, I guess my daddy knew just what I'd be, for he gave me my first razor when I was 3. He said, son, if you're a coward, you can stab your way to power, but I'll cut you if you turn your back on me. Stab once, wave it around, stab thrice. It's the answer to the question in my ear. Stab once, with a heart as cold as ice, and a little boy's giving me ideas. Something pretty for my wife, but the judge frowned and sentenced me to life, 'cause they found me in the cold with all my stolen gold and the steam coming off my bloody knife. Stab once, wave it around, stab thrice. It's the answer to the question in my ear. Stab once, with a heart as cold as ice, and a little boy's giving me ideas. Get on it, possum. Running down the halls, and I love the flash of steel when it falls. It's a thrill when you cut her and everything's a gusher, 'cause I love the color red upon the walls. Stab once, wave it around, stab thrice. It's the answer to the question in my ear. Stab once, with a heart as cold as ice, and a little boy's giving me ideas. It's the answer to the question in my ear. Stab once, with a heart as cold as ice, and our little boys give me ideas. Stab once, wave it around, stab thrice. It's the answer to the question in my ear. Stab once, with a heart as cold as ice, and our little boys give me ideas. And our little boys give me ideas.
You're listening to us because you got nothing else to do.
And I think if you're gonna waste time, this is the best way to do it.
We should be called Radio Waste Your Time Land.
Hang on, I just have an opinionated sumbitch writing me messages, and I gotta read this out loud.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Now,
As
the
you call it.
British will be single-handedly kicked out of Strassa by mighty fire-breathing Queen Byra, and I doubt she needs it, but if she will give me the honor of letting me help her, she will have my sword and a machine gun.
Damn straight.
That sounds just about fine to me.
This is the way I see it. I'm not a hostile man by nature, but I understand that everyone else is. And if hostile intentions is what the people want, then hostile intention is what I will deliver. I will not partake, I will not participate, I will not resuscitate, I will not necessitate, but I will appreciate.
Well, let me ask you a neutral question then. Have you ever seen, DJ, have you ever seen a queen to appreciate as much as the Queen Byra Tanks? Have you ever heard of a queen alive to appreciate as much as Byra Tanks?
Well, this is a very interesting philosophical question because I'm not part of the fighting game. I was part of the fighting game in my youth, but at a later age of like 23, I thought it was better get out of this business and get out into the talking business, because if they beat me into the state of an imbecile, I will not have a career doing what I currently love doing. But here's the thing. In this settlement, I have not yet to see a queen of the high grace and the high standards of the great Byra Tanks as of yet, but I have seen queens. I have seen kings. I have seen court jesters. I have seen lawyers. I have seen the nobles of other states and other fashions that could rival the greatness of Byra Tanks. But at this settlement, I have seen nothing like her. And that is not only opinion, that is true, unresearched fact.
This is true. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're gonna be continuing this wonderful little evening with a little song that I like to call Fallen Peaches.
No, it's actually the coming tide.
Or the...
Oh, wait!
Oh, just pick any song already, goddammit!
Alright,
We're looking unprofessional here.
I know we are, but here's the thing. The people are out there. We're up here. They can't see what we're doing. If they actually saw that I was naked during every show we ever did, they would lose all respect for me in the world, because I look terribly naked. I look like a pile of shit stacked upon a pile of dirt stacked upon a pile of used diapers. That's how I actually look. I am a freak beast of a man composed of sores and pulsers and fat and tissue hanging over the sides of this chair. I am a disgusting creature with a heavenly voice.
Moses had the calling,
Someone calling his name.
calling from the mountain.
Someone calling his name.
A bush that was burning, but not
Consumed by the flame.
Moses had the calling.
Someone calling his name, and it said,
I am that I am, that I am, that I am. For now and forever, in a world without end. He said, I am that I am, that I am, that I am.
and all things unfolding forever, amen.
Within him and without him,
Someone calling his name.
and all things that surround him.
Someone calling his name,
A bush that was burning,
but not consumed by the flame.
Moses heard the calling.
Someone calling his name, and it said,
I am that I am, that I am, that I am. From now and forever,
in a world without end.
it said I am that I am, that I am, that I am.
All things are unfolding forever, amen.
I am that I am, that I am, that I am. I am that I am, that I am. It said I am that I am, that I am, that I am.
And all things unfolding forever, amen. Queen, dick, queen, dick,
Oh yeah,
queen, dick, queen, dick,
yeah.
queen, dick, queen, dick,
Oh yeah.
queen, dick, queen, dick.
I'm asking, can you hear the calling? Oh yeah. Can you hear the calling? Oh yeah. Can you hear the calling? Oh.
the calling? Can you hear the calling? Can you hear the calling? Oh, can you hear the calling? Can you hear the calling? Tell me, can you hear it? Within you and without you, someone's calling your name. And all that's around you, someone's calling your name. A bush that was burning and continues to flame. Moses heard the call and someone calling your name, and it said, I am that I am, that I am, that I am. From now and forever, in a world without end. I am that I am, that I am, that I am. And all things unfolding forever, amen. It said, I am that I am, that I am, that I am. I am that I am, that I am. I am that I am, that I am, that I am. All things are unfolding forever, amen.
And now, ladies and gentlemen and beautiful people of the wasteland, we have a really important talking point in tonight's show. It's the evilness of pants.
I personally think it's the work of the devil.
This is true.
Because I believe there is a literal devil beneath us in the earth's core, dictating the evilness of man, leeching upon our fears and our darkest desires.
Especially our pants.
Yes, and pants is an invasion by this horrid creature to keep all the dangly bits intact and as uncomfortable as possible.
But DJ, if not pants, then what else?
Alright, here's a story about how I wear a kilt.
Yes, please!
The kilts are pretty and we have different settings depending on clan, family and such.
Like settings as in you press a button and then it becomes longer, or how do you mean settings?
Well, of course it is. It's 2149, goddammit. The kilts are digitized just like everything else, isn't that right?
Let's just say it is, and let's just keep working in your sense of logic, shite damn it.
So that's the thing. When you put on the kilt, it's plain neutral gray. But then you fix the settings with the clan password code that they give you as you join, and you pass the initial trials. And then the kilt turns into the color and the shapes and the size of the appropriate clan that you wish to join. Like the Nee McFeagle clan, they have a huge dick on the back and a gigantic donkey ass on the front. I don't know why they do it that way, but that's just the way they swing. And when you put in those correct settings on the kilt, you look like a horse's ass in the back and like a dickhead in the front.
How the shite do you know about different clans back in me home?
Because I have a superpower.
Which is?
Reading.
Reading.
Don't worry, big fella. You'll learn about it soon enough. I got a starter set out for you. It's called The Happy Little Duck. It's about a duck and he's very happy. The first chapters are a bit slow, but after that it really picks up, and the ending is a brilliant work of postmodernistic art.
And you know who wrote that little beautiful book?
Who did?
That Horse Experience, who also happened to be writing one of the best wasteland songs that's ever graced our ears. It's Dead Dog on the Highway, only here on Radioactive.
One of the best
Like a
songs
dead dog on the
for
highway.
children.
Like a dead dog, I'm hanging around. Won't you stop and pick me up? Dig me a deep hole in the ground. Wrap me in white linen that your mother used to wear on the day you were born. Once I was a baby dog. Like a dead dog on a highway, and the big trucks passing by. Won't you put my little body down?
out of light. Kiss away the red and blood and combed my fur and straightened the broken tail. It was dancing up and down while I was going down the highway. Like a dead dog on a highway. Like a dead dog I'm hanging around. Won't you stop and pick me up? Dig me a deep hole in the ground. Wrap me in white linen that your mother used to wear on the day you were born. Once I was a baby. Once I was a baby dog too. Like a dead dog on a highway. And the big trucks passing by. Won't you pull my little body down? Cover it with boulders out of light. Rub me in white linen that your mother used to wear on the day you were born. I'm going down the highway. I'm going down the highway till I die. Oh, till I
So, back we are again. Radioactive 107.2, if I'm not mistaken. And if y'all know this sound, well, good for you. This is the pop of a bottle. I'm currently drinking Icon number 13 in flames. And I'm feeling particularly flammable this evening. Now, the big man and the little man is currently out back, sort of working out some issues. Duncan said he heard Leonard say he was going to go out and punch a wall, or something like that. Whenever he is agitated, he punches something, which I think is a healthy way, and healthy way to deal with your problems. But I've been talking quite a lot. How are y'all doing? No, I mean really, how y'all doing? I get a lot of time to talk with you, but you never really get a chance to talk with me. So you know what? I'm going to put out a little game for y'all. You get to put up song requests and send them up to me, and I will play them. Doesn't matter what it is or how appropriate it may be, I will play anything just to show that I care about you. Because I do care. I honestly do care. I have sort of a cynical, bitter demeanor, and that's not only because of you. It's partly because of you. But you know what? Send up a song request and I'll give you whatever it is you ask for. Unless it's really bad. But if it's really bad, I just might play it ironically, and then we'll all have a great big laugh at your expense. Because, you know, I'm the DJ. That's what I do. I try to pour my heart and my soul to you people, and this is the way that I try to feel appreciated. Because life gets a little lonely. It does get lonely. Sitting up here in the studio all day, not knowing if the people I talk to are real people, and wondering if all of this is just echoing out into the void, and the vast nothingness of the wasteland, that maybe I'm the only sane people left in the world. Maybe the bombs, the zombies, the plague, and whatever else just annihilated life on this planet. and I'm currently whiling away the last remnants of my conscious being, and, you know, nothing is really point of anything. I know it's a bit of a downer, but I gotta be honest. Sometimes it feels like that. Sometimes I feel I'm the only sane person in the world, and everyone else is just living a life different from what I live. They're all funny and happy and smiling and having a relationship with one another, and I'm up here existing in sort of a different plane of existence. I'm in a different reality. I'm in a different fucking dimension. I'm not a part of your world, but, you know, I want to be at least a part of your world. We don't have to do much. We can sit and talk. We can hold hands. We can change stories. And I can help. I mean, I have the access of a radio station. And it's not much, but I have the power of, well, expression. That's all I got. I'm not strong. I'm not tough. I'm fairly good looking. Gotta give him that. Gotta give myself that. But, you know, make me a part of your everyday, and I would appreciate it greatly, because I have felt a number of times that I'm just spitting hot air into nothingness. And that's not a nice feeling to have. I mean, sometimes we all feel lonely. Sometimes we all feel isolated. And maybe I'm just substituting my audience for the therapy I so desperately need, but I'm too cowardly to actually, you know, get. To actually bring myself to. So, if you have a chance, come up and join me. Come up and join us. I mean, I have a friend. He's not always here, but when he is, I greatly appreciate it. And the guests, I like having a guest up here. I'm a people person. I like talking to people. I talk to people every day. I mean, and I don't work well in crowds, necessarily, because I feel like an outsider. An outsider with a voice. When an outsider with something to say, and I'm rambling now, but you know, sometimes I want to feel like, you know goddamn well I'm not playing that fucking song. Honestly, you're just doing that to piss me off. Anyway, I appreciate everyone else, except for you, and you know who you are. But I want to feel like the king of the road. I want to feel like I belong. I want to feel like I'm a part of something greater. I want to feel like I'm like Roger Miller. I'm a great man, way ahead of his time, and with a very, very handsome smile. This is Radioactive, your friend in the wasteland. I'm DJ, and I'm not depressed. I'm just very, very sad. good question to ask everyone from time to time. And I'm going to ask it right now. What do you want in life?
I want to tour the wasteland with my puppet show. I want to live in posh hotels. A limo to and from the shows. I want to be on TVs. I want jewelry, games, and model airplanes. I'm personal assistant and a stylist. But most of all, I want to act in Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, it's Jesus.
No. As God.
You motherfuckers need Jesus. Better than your wicked ways. Well, you know that he's coming and we're gonna be running with her at the end of days. You motherfuckers need Jesus. But he's deep down in the hole. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. You motherfuckers need Jesus. I see Satan in your eyes. Well, I see you standing there in your fancy clothes. Don't you know that you're gonna die? You motherfuckers need Jesus. But the devil's in your soul. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. You motherfuckers need Jesus. Whether if you're rich or poor, well, you know he's gonna bite you 'cause you're sort of motherfucker, but I don't like you no more. You motherfuckers need Jesus. But you keep your Bible closed. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. You motherfuckers need Jesus. What do you ever lie to me? Well, they don't like evil and they don't like sinning and they don't like crying to me. You motherfuckers need Jesus. But you keep your Bible closed. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. You motherfuckers need Jesus. What do you ever lie to me? Well, they don't like evil and they don't like sinning and they don't like sign of me. You motherfuckers need Jesus. But the devil's in your soul. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Sugar and spice, an opium device. Indulge device as the children cries.
As my body fries in cosmic eyes, I cry in lies until I dies.
And
That's-
that reminds me of me best highs.
Fuck yeah.
I think my balls are full of lies.
Oh, Peggy Gordon, you are my darling. Come sit you down upon my knee.
My heart lies smothered in my breast. It's not for you to let the world know it. A troubled mind can know no rest. I did put my head to a cask of brandy. It was my fancy, I do declare. For when I'm drinking, I am thinking and wishing Peggy Gordon was here. I wish I was away in Ingo, far across the briny sea, sailing o'er the deepest ocean, where love nor care never bother me. I wish I was in some lonesome valley, where womankind cannot be found, where the pretty small birds to change their voices, and every moment a different sound. Oh, Peggy Gordon, you are my darling. Come sit you down upon my knee. Come tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so by thee. I'm on my way down to the quay where the ship at anchor lays. To command a gang of navvies there, they told me to engage. I thought I'd drop in for a drink before I sailed away, for to take a trip on an emigrant ship to the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell to your bricks and mortar, farewell to your dirty lime, farewell to your gangway and your gangplank, and to hell with your overtime. For the good ship Ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay, for to take Girl Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay. The best years of our lives we spent working on the docks, building mighty wharves and piers from earth and ballast rocks. Our pensions keep our jobs secure, but I won't rue the day when I'll take that trip on an emigrant ship to the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell to your bricks and mortar, farewell to your dirty lime, farewell to your gangway and your gangplank, and to hell with your overtime. For the good ship Ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay, for to take Girl Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay. The boss came up this morning and he says, well, Pat, you know that if you don't mix that mortar quick, I'm afraid you'll have to go. Well, of course he did insult me, so I demanded all me pay, and I told him straight I was going to immigrate to the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell to your bricks and mortar, farewell to your dirty lime, farewell to your gangway and your gangplank, and to hell with your overtime. For the good ship Ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay,
for to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay. And when I reach Australia, I'll go and search for gold. There's plenty there for digging up, or so I have been told. And when I've made me fortune, there'll be no more bricks to lay. I'll take me ease, doing what I please on the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell to your bricks and mortar, farewell to your dirty lime, farewell to your gangway and your gangplank, and to hell with your overtime. For the good ship Ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay, for to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell to your bricks and mortar, farewell to your dirty lime, farewell to your gangway and your gangplank, and to hell with your overtime. For the good ship Ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay, for to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay.
I am the Groove, and I got this message for you. Tonight, we got a little message from 55463. I'm gonna inform Duncan that the unit escorts Megan and the human is safe.
Megan? As in me home to Megan?
Well, probably. I have no idea what the fucking earthly they're talking
To
about.
Megan! Oh, to Megan is gonna come in! She's gonna cook me haggis! And she's gonna bring me a laugh! And she's gonna make me smile wholeheartedly again!
Yes, she is!
Megan is coming.
Megan is coming!
Megan is coming, and she's bringing hell with her. And fortunately, we fucking love hell over here, so don't we, lads? Bring me a little cheers.
A little cheer for my big old man. There you go.
Cheers!
There you fucking go. Alright, take this fucking thing before I get too depressed.
The Panzer Wolves have also added anti-Megan to their kill list. Just as y'all know.
Are you about to die?
Well, that's what they're saying.
Old bucket broth!
Coming up next, we're gonna be bringing you some more, and some more, and some more, and what more is more. I have nothing else to say but things that I dismay, and you know what? Sometimes that's enough, but...
Just about enough out of you. And I'm not saying that Leo is secretly the mastermind of all the evil in the world. I'm just saying.
He's not
It'd
saying.
be very convenient if he was.
Yeah, and it probably is.
What is the song you're introducing to the wasteland?
To everyone that ever wants to be me fan, listen to this piece of tune.
This is Radioactive. Joined by Duncan the Scotsman, and this other person, and me, the DJ. Radioactive, your friend in the wasteland. And if you're not dead tomorrow, then you will have made everyone a great favor.